So how is everybody doing?
We're here.
Good. Good. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Okay, good. And does anybody have any questions on the material we've done so far? I believe we've gone through page 25.
Honestly, do I remember now?
I have a problem with is when you're studying, like I'm not sure if, even though I'm reading them, I'm not sure if I'm reading them right.
Okay, well, each class is recorded and it can be found on the Women's League page. You need your account and you sign in. I will send I sent the information once in the past. I can send it again, you know. And then you can at least review, and then you might have a sense. But I get it. It's hard when you're by yourself,
right,
to know, am I doing it correctly? But I will let you all know that you can call me at any time if you and say, I'd like to review this with you. Or you could send me an email to say, are you available at 7 o'clock tonight? Or, you know, I made that time up. But, you know, to review, or whatever time is good for you. And we could set something up. I don't mind doing that. I'm teaching the Hebrew class through my synagogue, and one of the women couldn't make a class, and she and I were on the phone. It wasn't on Zoom, it was just on the phone, but we went over the material the other night. So, you know, that can work as well. And I just put that out to you. And I'm glad to see that Janie was able to join us. And Nancy and everybody. Okay, great. I think most people are here. So I would like to begin. Now I've got all my, let's start on page 25, which is where I believe we left off. And let me see. Let's start on line number 5. So, Artist, can we start with you?
Sure. Shabbat.
Excellent.
Shalom.
Oh,
Borei.
Wait a minute. Somebody has a question. Hold on.
I'm so
sorry.
I was muted and I didn't realize I was muted. Can I just ask a question from page 19?
Certainly. Okay. All right. Back to page 19. We have a question. 1 second. Okay. Page 19. Yes.
Very bottom, line 19.
Mm-hmm.
It's shimach or shimacha.
Okay. That's an excellent question. I'm glad that you've asked it. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to do something. Hold on. Can everybody see this?
You see that little T? Oh, it's 2 dots.
Okay.
It looks like 2.
Wait a minute. They're not there. I'm showing you something different. So take a look at what I'm holding up. Everybody
Right.
see that?
Right.
Okay. So that is often at the end of a word to get you that ha sound at the end of a word, like in the word Baruch, the beginning of a blessing. Now, if we change those 2 dots to the little T sound, to the little T like this, it becomes ha at the end of a word. So on page 19, line 19, the first word is shim ha. And the second word is ha.
As opposed to
nothing else.
what did you say before?
Oh, what I said before was, if it looked like,
Shim.
if
Is
it looked like this one,
Right.
then it would be something like Baruch.
Oh, Baruch. This is Shimcha.
Right.
Shimcha.
So can you say that's Shimcha with the 2 dots? What would it have been if it was 2 dots in that word on 19?
That's exactly what it would have been. The problem is the way this book is set up, they're teaching the 2 dots as like the I in it. So they've not put it here because you don't want to pronounce it here. I know that's confusing,
And
but
so
but
if
they
it's
didn't ask me.
if it's the 2 dots, then it's Shim.
Okay, so if there were just the 2 dots, whoops, if it was just like this with the 2 dots, there would have to be something underneath the M sound, the mem, because you can't have like the two silent ones together. So just think of it as that's Shimcha, and when we get to this one in a couple, I'm not sure, in a couple of weeks, I think, or next time.
No, I actually saw it. That was another question, but you're already dealing with it. But,
Okay.
So why don't they put that T under the letter, like a vowel?
Okay, it is a vowel. The reason they don't put it under the letter is because that letter descends below the line. So let me do this.
Oh.
Extra space.
So, whoops, that doesn't work. Hold on 1 sec. The pen doesn't work. So here's the line we're writing on. You see the line?
Right.
So there's the she, everything is on top of the line. But this baby at the bottom, it extends below the line, you see? And if you tried to put the vowel down there, people would probably miss it.
Well, I almost missed it up there. I couldn't even, like, it's so minute.
Yes, I get it. I don't know how to. I guess that's one of those things. It is what it is. I haven't got a good answer. I'm sorry.
So on line 19, it's Shimcha and Amcha.
Correct.
But if it was the 2 little dots on top of each other, it's just.
It would be the same thing. We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Another question.
Yes.
The B has that little dot in it.
Correct.
And the T you can do with the little dot or without. Does the little dot add anything or mean anything?
The little dot inside of the letter?
Yeah.
No.
What's its purpose?
Okay. So I think we've learned, hang on 1 sec. Yeah, okay. So we've learned this letter here. And that's the bet. It sounds like a B. Some people look at that dot and say it's a ball. Some people look at the dot and say it's a belly button. Whatever works for you to remember that this is the B. Now, if I vacuum the dot out of the letter, if I vacuum it out, I get the V sound, V. I vacuumed the dot out. Okay? So we've got B and V.
And they confuse us anymore?
Oh,
Yeah, of course they can.
Oh, goodness. How am I going to remember that? I can't remember what we already have. You have to take language when you're young. I'm too old to remember this.
Nah, you'll get it. Don't worry. Sometimes we will find dots in letters that do not change how we pronounce the letter. And you say to yourself, What's this all about? What the dot does is it serves to double the letter. So let me give you an example. So we have the word in English, hold on. Okay, so here's this word, B-E-G-I-N, and you can all pronounce it. It is begin, right? Now, I'm going to write another word that's very similar. Okay, so at the bottom, I added a word which is beginning, right? You don't do anything different to the ends in the middle of the word. One is begin, beginning, it's beginning. You don't do anything with the fact that the ends are doubled other than that's an English grammar thing. Because if you didn't double it, you'd pronounce it differently, I think. But anyway, it's an English grammar thing. The same thing with dots and letters in Hebrew. It doubles the letter, just like this N got doubled, but you don't do anything with it. You don't pronounce anything differently. It's just there. And you can ignore it. Okay?
But then if you ignore it, the B is the same as the V.
Except there are 3 cases you don't want to ignore it. The B and the V is the first of those cases. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So now we're at page 25. Before we get there, are there any other questions? Oh.
I
Okay,
have a
great.
question.
Yep.
The yud, I'm
Yep.
confused as to when you actually pronounce it. When it's not at the beginning of a word, there's
when
another time you pronounce the yud, but when is it?
Okay.
With a Y.
The little yud, which works like a Y, like the Y does in English. At this point, we're not pronouncing it yet. We haven't gotten that far. When we get there, when we get to where we're going to be pronouncing it, I can let you know exactly how we do it. Okay, but let's just hold that question in abeyance. Right now, it's just acting like the Y would act when it, what I call helps the vowel.
Right.
Like M-O-N-E-Y, money. The Y helps the vowel there, that's it. Okay?
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, then. We were on line, we were on page 25. And,
Line
okay.
5.
Line 5, okay, thank you. 25, line 5, artists, when you're ready, please.
Okay. Shabbat, Shalom, Borei, Bali, Bo, Bam, Baru. Baru.
Nope. Okay, so that little letter is, I just put it right up here. It's nice and neat. And it's a little N sound. It's nice and neat. So now
So
what's that last word?
Banu.
Right, Banu,
Banu.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Line 6, Gail.
Okay. Biracha, Bima, Rabbi.
Wait, yeah, I'm sorry. I was on the wrong line. Go ahead, you're fine.
Okay, should I start over?
Yes, please, since I was on the wrong
All
line.
right. Biracha, Bima, Rabbi, Beam, Bam, Beni.
Yes, excellent, thank you. All right, now, okay. To whoever asked the question about the little yud, here we go. I will go into that right now. I didn't realize it was on this page. So when you have something that looks like this, it's just B. And the little yud, it just helps that vowel. B. That's it, B. But if as in line 7, there is a vowel associated with the little yud. You see here, there's no vowel associated with this little yud, so it's just B. But in line number 7, their vowels are associated with the yud, and then it is pronounced like the Y in you. So the first word and I'm just writing it out. All right, the first word should have little 2 dots underneath the L sound. It doesn't, but it should. And so you have this first combination, so that's the F. Then we have the O sound, L, F, L. And then the little yud has this vowel next to it. The one that's O for over, L, yon. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay.
May I ask a question?
Certainly.
So the rule is, can you put it back up?
Yes, of course.
So the rule is that because there's a vowel associated with it, like you said, excuse me, that's why.
Yeah.
You already said that. Okay, thank you.
So basically it will, when you're going to be pronouncing the Y, the little yud as a Y, the letter before it will have its own vowel. That's what these 2 dots are. That's why I put them in. And so when the letter before has its own vowel, that's not an E sound, for example, and right after the little yud or right under the little yud, there is its own vowel, you need to pronounce it. So we have El Yon, because the little yud has its own vowel.
Carol, I'm not understanding why you don't pronounce those 2 dots under the lamed. Why you don't say lip.
Okay, we haven't gotten there yet. I stuck it in there just to make my point about the little Y. The 2 little dots sometimes are like the I in it, and sometimes they're not. I know, and it's very hard to know which is which. I know. It's, well, maybe when we actually get to it in the book will have a good explanation. I don't know. I didn't look far enough ahead. Apologies. I'll research it for next time.
One last question.
Sure.
The reason it's not the vowels under the lamed, it's not that vowel that makes the yud or Y sound. It's the vowel next after it, above the vowel.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now we are at, so that's line number 7. So let's see. Who's up? Who was reading? Was that, let me see. Artist read line 5, Gail 6. Eileen, we're passing on Eileen today because she had some surgery, or she had an issue with her shoulder. So Maureen, line number 7, please.
You're muted, Maureen.
Yeah, you're muted.
I was doing a great job. Elyon, Yamim, Yam, Atzar.
Okay, that, first of all, take the,
Atzar.
almost, We haven't learned the tsa sound yet. That's
Oh.
it.
Ya'ar. Ya'ar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ya'ar. Yep.
Yamim. Mayim.
Excellent. Yes. Andrea, line 8, please.
Ayalot, Yamin, Yitech.
Nope. That's okay. The difference here is
Oh, that's the T, the N, right?
correct.
Okay. Okay, I got it. So it's Yitain,
Yep.
Yerushalayim.
Right. Very
Yerushalayim.
nice. Yerushalayim. Yep. Harriet, line 9, please.
Ari. Renee.
Okay. Almost, but not quite. What I like, let me do this. Hold on. Getting a new piece of paper because the big dark marker bleeds through. Because this is a nice big word, okay, see, so we have this big word. And sometimes it's easier if you take, whether it's your finger or a bookmark or a piece of paper or something, and cover up the parts that you don't need at the beginning. So you sound out the first letter vowel combination, ba, ri, hu, ni. You see how I did that? That makes it easier to get it correct. Just cover it, do it phonetically. Each letter and vowel combination by itself, and then put it together. Okay? So I don't remember where, let me see. So who was reading at that point? I'm sorry.
I was. Line 9.
So line 9 waved to me or something. I can't figure it out.
I was reading. Harriet.
Harriet. Okay, thank you. Harriet.
All right, do the second one or do the first one over?
Do the first one over, please.
Barahuni.
Right.
Be, ra, ne, na.
Yes.
Can you sound together? Like I did syllable by syllable. How would it sound all together?
Just about the same way. Niranina. There's a there's a liturgical piece that's part of the Friday night service that starts with Lahu Niranina.
Right.
So
Nina.
there you go.
Nina.
Maria.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. There's very little difference between the third word and the fourth word in terms of pronunciation. In fact, they're the same. So do that last word again, please.
Maria.
Yep. So the difference between those two words, one is masculine and one is feminine. And adverbs, adjectives, and actual verbs in Hebrew are gendered. So that's why we have that word twice. because in one case it would be the masculine version, in the second case it's the feminine version. Now the rest of line number 9 are the little 2 words below it.
Now, ha.
Okay, remember the 2 dots next to each other are the A sound. Have I drawn my snake yet?
Nail.
Yep.
Nail. More.
Almost. Do it once again. There's no L sound in there.
Oh. Net and more.
Yes, excellent. You got it. Okay, line 10, Janie, please.
Nair. Nura.
Okay, remember the O, the dot over.
Nora.
Yep.
Ani.
Yep. Yep.
Baini.
Mm-hmm.
Ru, 1 minute. Runa.
Almost, but not quite. So the M sound has its own vowel. There's no R sound here anywhere.
Oh, I'm sorry. Emuna. Na.
Right, Emuna. Yep.
Emuna. I'm sorry. Emune.
Yes, very nice. Nancy, line 11, please.
Banu.
Mm-hmm.
Mela.
Almost.
Mel. Oh. Mel. No.
Nope. Okay, first of all, there's no L sound here.
Me. Nu.
Yes.
Ya. Nu.
Yep.
Nu.
Yes.
She.
Almost, but wait a minute. The first one's he.
Hish. Me. Anu.
Almost. He, shme. It's a little.
Anu.
Yep, you got it. And Lori, if you could unmute yourself to do line 12, please.
Okay. Otenu.
No, the little T sound under the T, the little vowel that looks like a T.
Otanu.
Yep.
Alenu.
Yep.
Elohei nu.
Yes.
Elohei nu. Noon.
Yes, excellent. Okay, any questions? All right, next page. The next page is all sorts of review. I think we just did review, so I'm going to move on unless people think they need more review. What do you think?
Carol, can I just ask you to the last word on line 11? Could you pronounce that again, please?
Certainly, hold on. The last word on line 11?
Yes.
Hish, me, anu. Hish, me, anu.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna, unless people feel they need more review, we will go to page 20, we will skip page 26 and go to page 27. Okay, now on page 27, we are introduced to the letter that sounds like a D, which is the Daled. Its name is Daled. what I would like to point out is that it looks like this. And I like to say that it up here in the upper right-hand corner, it's squared off. Some people think it looks like a door. Whatever works for you to remember that that's the D sound. In contrast to the letter that's rounded, which is the R sound, R for rounded. So you see the two of them together, it can be confusing, but one is squared and one is round. Any questions? Okay, so on page number
27.
27, yes, thank you. Thinking about which line we should read. All right, we'll read them all. No, we'll start with line number 2. No, we'll read them all, that's fine. We are up to, I think, artists. Artist, line 1, please.
Okay. Da, dee, dee, day, day, da, 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 do, 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 do.
Yeah, so it's do at the end.
Yeah.
Right, good, excellent. Gail, number 2.
Second to last word, do.
Okay, so remember there are 2 ways where we have do. One is when it's with the stick with the ball in the middle, as if somebody threw a ball at you and you went ooh because it hit you in the stomach. The other way we have the ooh, you may remember that if I were playing tic-tac-toe.
Oh, I never saw that. It's there. I see it.
See, I would say, ooh, I won.
I totally forgot about that. Okay.
All right. So good question.
I'm really there.
You're welcome. So Gail, line number 2, please.
D, dich, deal, deem, deen, dear, deet, dish.
Yes, lovely. And I'm skipping Eileen for now, correct, Eileen?
No, I can try.
Okay.
I don't know how good it'll be. I'll try. Okay, so it's dish, 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 dish,
Yeah.
dish, hadish.
Yes, very good. I'm glad you tried. Okay.
Yes.
Whoops.
Now I'm not making noise, so I'm back.
Line number 4, Maureen, please.
Do, dune.
Okay, wait a minute. That second one. So
Dune? It's not.
it's not the end because it's the top of it is too big.
Duch,
Yes.
dual, doom. Okay, is that one the dune?
Yes.
Did you have a way to remember those two that I missed?
No,
Okay,
not really.
okay. Doer, doot, douche.
Very nice. Line number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Andrea, please.
Douche, douche, douche. Wait.
Yeah.
E-douche.
Yep.
I was making it harder than, so, okay, e-douche. He douche.
Yes. Very nice.
Yeah, he douche.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Harriet, line 6, please.
Go, Doch. Dol.
Oh.
Dum.
Almost. That
Oh.
vowel,
Dome.
yep.
Don.
Yep.
Door.
Mhm.
Dote.
Dosh.
Excuse me.
And dosh.
Yes, very nice. Thank you. Line
Okay.
7.
May I ask a question?
Yes, question.
Line 5, next to the last word or whatever. How do you say that, please?
That was line 5. Douche.
Why? Why is it not ooh or something? Oosh or something.
Why do you think it should be
Maybe I have an extra dot.
You probably have an extra dot because I have an extra dot because I think something was on this photocopier when it was photocopied.
Okay, that's all it is. So
Yes.
the extra dot is under the dalet, or
No, there's nothing under the dollar. That dollar, it should look like this. Hold on, I'll write it out.
so it shouldn't have anything under the dalet. Okay,
It's a
that's
The
smear.
dollar has nothing. There's like this little thingy that got inside of it that I think was just a poor photocopying job.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, so now, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Janie, you're line 7, I think. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Dosh, dosh, adosh, adosh, adosh.
Okay, so I think the point, a lot of what's on this page is we have 3 words at the end of a line that are similar, and the last word being with the hey at the front because you would pronounce it ha-dosh. You want to make sure you aspirate that hey at the beginning of the word.
Didn't I?
You may have. It's hard to hear over.
Oh.
You know,
Okay.
we're on
I thought I
Zoom.
did. I thought I did.
Yeah, I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just emphasizing it.
Got it.
Zoom is hard. What can I say? Okay, we're about to learn another letter. It works like a K. That's the hard K sound.
Why couldn't that be a P?
I'm sorry, what?
Why couldn't that be a P?
A P?
What do you think, Janie?
Okay, so let me just do something. Hold on. Now that I figured out I can use my pad. All right, so here's that letter, and I'm taking my red pen. Notice with the red pen, I sort of made it into a K. Do you see how I made it into a K? I do that to help you remember that it has the sound of the K.
Okay.
If that works for you, fine. If it doesn't, that's fine. Whatever works.
Yep.
The point is to try to remember this stuff. Okay. And this is an important letter. It's used a lot. Well, it's used in a word that's used a lot. Okay, so Nancy, line 1 on page 28, please.
Okay, let's see. Mine is not there today. P, pa, pa.
Wait. 2
Oh,
dots next to
pay,
each-
pay.
Yep.
Pay, pe. Pay,
Wait a
pe.
second. Wait a minute. Nancy, I'm not sure I'm hearing you correctly. This should be the sound of a K.
Oh, you're right. And she said P, so it's in my mind. You're right. I'm sorry.
So please start again.
Yeah, I will. Key, K,
Key.
K,
Okay.
K.
Okay.
I can't tell if it's K. I can't tell if it's two dots or one dot.
It's one long line.
No, Ka, so it's Ka,
Yep.
Ka, Ku,
No, the
Ku,
one,
no,
well, hold on.
Ko, Ko,
Right.
Ko, Ku, Ku.
Right. Okay. Any
Cuckoo.
questions? Cuckoo. Any
Cuckoo.
questions?
We're going cuckoo.
All right.
I
I saw
apologize
Harriet
for
first.
that confusion.
Why?
That's,
Why
hi,
is,
Harriet.
why is the vowel in front of the letter in the very beginning?
It really isn't in front of the letter. It's really underneath the letter. I'm guessing that the reason you think it's in front of the letter is because of the printing process. That it's probably hard for, in terms of printing this thing, to move it, it would be like a skosh to the left. The vowel would have to move a skosh to the left, skosh, a very small amount. And they probably can't do it when they typeset it without making a mess.
Well, I'm thinking
Um,
the
Is
line
this
is too long.
another
Also,
letter that's under the line?
The second half of the letter is under the line. So, and I see Eileen had a question. Eileen, do you have a question?
No, I was just going to say it's under the line. That's probably why, because the
Yeah,
letter goes under the line.
well, the second half of the letter does. So,
Yeah.
and so that's probably a combination of factors. So if I were writing it on my pad, and I'm not sure they have to see it because I used the pen. Oh yeah, you can, as opposed to the marker. I can put the little E sound right underneath, but that's pen and ink. It's not printing. And when you typesetting and printing, it's a whole different animal. Okay. Okay. Line number 2. We're up to. We're up to Lori, I think. Page 28, line 2.
Okay. I can't tell if they're two dots or if it's an A or an A because I can't tell if it's two dots or a line.
That's the whole thing with the book.
It's a line.
Okay, so that's a line. So it's
Yeah.
call. A line is call.
Yeah.
And the next one should be a line, so it should be com.
Yep.
Next should be con. The next one I can't tell, is that also a line?
They all are. Yeah, this whole row.
Car, kosh, cot, car. No, cod. Cod.
Yes.
Sorry.
Everybody see that last one is cod? Okay, good. Line 3, we're up to artists.
Cod, ka, rish.
No.
Kaddish.
No, wait, hold on. The next to last word, that's the squared off one.
Dish, sorry.
Yeah,
Dish, Kaddish.
right.
Adi.
Right. That last word, Kaddish, we have that in services a lot.
Mhm.
We have the Hatzi Kaddish or the Hatzi Kaddish. That's what this is. Or the Kaddish Shalem, the complete Kaddish. And often whoever's leading services will say, please turn to page whatever for Kaddish Shalem. And sometimes they say, or for the Hatzi Kaddish as opposed to Kaddish. People, we get lazy when we speak, but it's really Kaddish. That is the word. Okay, line 4, Gail, excuse me.
Kid, key, douche, kiddush.
Right. Everyone recognize that last word?
Yeah.
Kiddush. The blessing over the wine, kiddush. The collation after services, at least in my synagogue on Shabbat morning, kiddush. Lazy pronunciation of kiddush. Eileen, line 5.
Okay. Call, come, car, No,
You
no,
missed,
that's a none. Khan,
yeah,
Abresh, Kar,
yep,
Kosh. That's a Kot
yep.
and Cod.
Yes, nice.
Thank you.
Maureen, line 6, please.
Kaddish, Kaddish, Kiddush, Kiddush.
Very nice, thank you. Andrea, 7.
Cod, 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 Kadosh, Kaddish.
Mm-mm.
Cod,
Oh.
Cod, the last one?
The last one, yeah.
Kadosh.
Right,
Oh, okay.
right.
Kadosh. Yep.
Line 8, Harriet.
Kadosh. Kadosh. Kadosh.
Yeah.
And you
Janie,
go up
line-
on your toes.
Yes,
Hi.
Kadosh,
exactly.
Kadosh,
Kadosh,
Kadosh.
Kadosh,
Adonai
Kadosh.
Tzedakot.
Yep,
Yes.
correct. Very nice. Eileen, did you have a question? No, I
No,
guess
no,
not.
I was just playing with my pencil. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Janie, line 9, please.
HaKadosh, HaKadosh, HaKadosh.
Very nice, thank you. And Nancy, line 10,
Sure.
please.
That was coming. HaKadosh, Barhum, Barhum,
Okay, so the difference between the last N and this letter is the extent of the top. So
Barhu, no,
almost Baruch.
Baruch. No, mine's in. Who,
Yep. Yep.
what? HaKadosh, Barhu, who?
Almost. That's Hakadosh, and the next word is Baruch.
Baruch. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking it's an N, it's not. Baruch, who?
Yeah, you got it. So,
I get the nun mixed up in the final hef.
okay,
That's,
so here you go.
Shalom.
Okay, so,
Shalom, Malachi.
all right, so hang on. This one is the H. Notice it has a big extension on the top, and this one's the final end sound. It has a very little, a tiny bit at the top. That's how you tell the difference, okay?
okay, but if I can remember it, that's the other problem.
Well, that's a different issue. A different issue. Okay, so line 11, Lori.
Sorry, I turned the page. I thought, okay, where are we now?
Page 28, line 11.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
I thought I was ready, but I guess not. 1 second.
You can take your time.
28:11. Okay. Line 11? Okay.
Yeah.
Barahuni.
Yep.
Love. I can hear somebody saying it.
I know.
Okay.
So whoever's saying it, please don't.
La Shalom. Malachi. Hashalom. Malachi. Hey, sorry.
Yep.
Elyon.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice. And artist, line 12, please.
Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosho Kadosh Barhu Hu.
next to last word.
Baruch, sorry,
Right.
Baruch.
Who? Okay. Again, this is two of the lines from the liturgical piece known as Shalom Aleichem. Okay. Any questions? We're going to learn a new letter, so I want to make sure there are no questions before we proceed. Okay. So, next letter. And once again, you will have to put up with my inability to draw, but I'm going to try. This next letter has the sound of a ts. TS, ts, or the popular food that a lot of people eat, Pizza. We don't pronounce the Z's in that word as zuz, but pizza. Ts. Don't ask me why they spell it the way they do. Okay. So this letter somebody had asked me to give the names of the letters. This letter is the tsadi. It's a ts sound. And I'm going to draw a picture. Again, I'm not an artist, but if I were an artist and I was drawing something that looked like a microscope, you'll bear with me. Okay, so this is my concept of a microscope. If you can see it, the letter itself is in the black ink. The cute little additions to make it look like a microscope is in the red ink. And what you can remember from this really awful picture is that you need a microscope to be able to see a tsetse fly. So that's how you can attempt to remember that this is a ts sound. Because it kind of looks like a microscope if you stretch your imagination, and you need it to see the tsetse fly. This is the ts. Okay? All right, so on page number 29, line 1. And who are we up to? I forget. I'm sorry.
Me.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Gail. Yep, please.
Okay. T, oh, there you are, CT fly.
Yeah.
Say, sa, za, sa, so, su.
Very nice. Line 2, the screen shifted, so now it's Maureen is my next person on my screen.
Say, said. Is that the one with the CH sound?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Seich, sail, same, sane, sane.
Very nice, thank you. Andrea, line 3, please.
Say, seich, said, seish.
Hold on, the one before seish is rounded.
Oh, ser.
Ser, yeah.
Seish, sate.
Yes. Harriet, line 4, please.
Say. Him.
Yes.
Say to him.
Yep. Thank you. All right. So, I'm sorry. Who just read that? I think that was
Harriet.
I forget. Harriet. That's what I thought. Okay. So, Janie, line number 5, please.
Say, tichem. Say, tichem. Say, tichem.
Okay. The only correction I would make, it's not say tichem, but rather say tichem.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
And more from the liturgical piece. Line 6, Nancy, please.
Zeta Chim.
It's the last one is chem.
Zeta Chem. Lo Shalom.
Yeah.
There was a truck going by. I had to stop. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Why is that a low?
I'm sorry, what?
Why is that low shalom?
No. It's li shalom.
Shalom. I'm sorry. Shalom.
That low. Okay.
Oh, we're competing with trucks right now, so it's a little hard.
Got it.
Achim.
The last one is
Malachay.
almost.
Malachay. Malachay.
Mal-a-chay.
Malachay.
Mal. Mal-a-chay.
Malachay. Shalom.
Yep.
Malachay. El-Yom.
Okay, good. Thank you.
What was the last one again, please?
El-Yon.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Lori, line 7, please.
Okay. Me Melech.
Yes.
Malachay. Hamelachim. Hakadosh.
Yes.
Baruch. Who?
Yes, very nice. Thank you.
A little slow, sorry.
No, that's okay. Okay.
Sarah,
So,
can I
yes,
ask a question?
certainly.
What did you call the TZ? What is that letter called?
Sadi.
The Sadi and Ayin to me look just about the same. Do you have any trick for that?
Not really, but you're right. The Sadi and the Ayin sort of look the same. Hold on. Get the marker.
That's why I asked you to repeat one word. I got that confused.
So the one on the right is the Tzadi, and next to it on my pad is the Ayin. I don't know, I don't know how you put it in your head which is which, except the Tzadi looks more like a microscope. I can't make a microscope out of the Ayin. That's the only thing I can think of.
The Ayin looks like a wine glass.
Ah, nice. The Ayin looks like a wine glass, and Ayin and wine kind of rhyme. I like it.
Yeah, the stem is sideways. But...
Yeah, good. I like that.
All right, I'll try to remember that.
Any other questions? Okay. We have on page number 30, we have the whole liturgical piece of Shalom Aleichem. If we were in person, I would say let's sing it together. The problem is singing on Zoom is a nightmare because you can't sync. I say something and you hear it delayed. And so trying to sing together, all you get is cacophony. So we won't sing. But That's the whole, so, but that's the whole piece, and the musical notation for anyone who plays the piano or any other musical instrument is below it if you need to have a review of how it might sound. Okay, on page 31, we have an alphabetical summary. And it is not in alphabetical order. It's just
For sure.
it's just a summary of the letters we have learned. Let's go down the right-hand column, just the column, and just tell me what this letter sounds like. So where did we stop? I forget. Sorry. Okay, Lori, the first letter at the top of that column on page 30, whatever, 31.
31.
What sound does it make?
None, nothing, silent.
Excellent, excellent. Eileen, the next one,
Okay.
please.
Okay. That's an iron, so.
Yeah, so that's, what sound does it
I.
make? Nope.
That's a silent letter.
Correct. It's the second silent letter. Yep. Artist, the next one, please.
Ha.
Right, the H sound, the Gail, the next one, please. Excellent. Maureen, next.
D.
Yep, thank you. Andrea, next, please.
La. L.
Yep, correct, nice. Harriet, the next one, please.
Huh.
Yes, nice.
And what are they?
Jay, I'm sorry, somebody had a question?
What's the name of that letter?
Which one, the L sound? That's the Lamed.
No, under the Lamed.
Oh, the one at, wait 1 second, because Janie needs to tell me what it sounds like, and then I'll tell you the name.
You're up to the K?
Yep. At least I think so. Okay, the K, the name of that letter is Kuf. Kuf.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nancy, the next letter, please.
R.
Okay.
Resh.
Resh. Lori, the next one.
Sh.
Yep, thank you. Eileen, the next one, please.
That's the nun.
No.
No,
No.
it's not the ha.
Nope. It's the, think of, what's tomorrow?
Oh, it's the top.
Right, that's the T
No, that's
sound.
not.
The T.
Top, okay.
Shabbat. The T.
Shabbat.
Exactly. Artist, the next one, please.
Ha.
Yeah, also a T. Sometimes it has a dot, sometimes it doesn't, but it's always a T. Gail, the next one, please. Thank you. Yep. Maureen, the next one.
M.
All right, the M sound. Andrea, the next one, please.
Oh, this is the one I always get mixed up on. The D? No.
Mm-mm.
The N? No.
Right.
Okay.
Nice and neat, the little N.
No, I get mixed up with that one.
Yeah. And then Harriet, the very last one, please.
The TZ, that's
Right. Excellent. Janie has a question. Yes.
The first letter, the Aleph.
Yeah.
Isn't it silent? And the second?
Yes, it is.
Said that.
Oh, okay.
It's silent. And that's what was said.
Okay. Yeah, I had to take a call. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So now we are on page number 32. Okay. It's basically what we're learning here is, and it says to see page 17. Let me go back to page 17 and see what they mean by C17. Hold on. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. What they're telling you is we've already learned this letter, and they're just pointing out that sometimes it has a dot, sometimes it doesn't have a dot. It's always pronounced like a T. T. Okay, so if we go to, I forget who just read last. Was that? I don't remember who either. That's really forget. Okay. So I want to go to line 3. All right, so I'll start on my screen at the beginning. Artist, line 3, please.
Shabbat, Notain, Ot, He, Oto, Oto, Otanu.
Right, very nice. And Gail, line number 4, please.
Tamid, Ner, Tamid, Torat. Oh, Torat.
Yep.
El.
Yep.
Tochlit.
Almost. Tachlit.
Tachlit, sorry, Tachlit.
Right. Okay. Now, the next one, the letter is the Hey. It works like an H in English, which means at the end of a word, it's silent, like the word ba, B-A-H. And at the beginning or the middle of a word, it would be pronounced like a huh. You act like hooray, or humbug, or hello. So these next several lines are focusing on the fact that, well, this next several lines have both in them. So let me see. So it was Artist and Gail. So we must be up to Maureen, I think, on line number 5.
Hashabat, Hakadosh, Hashalom, Hasharet, Hu.
Very nice, thank you. Andrea, please.
Line 6.
Yes, please.
Elohim, Elohini, Hinu.
Yep.
Hinu. Elohim.
What? Almost. What's the first vowel? Yeah.
Elohechem.
Very nice. Thank you. Harriet, line 7, please.
Torah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. No change.
Yes.
Torah.
Yes, thank you. Nice. Jamie, line 8, please.
Ta.
Yep. Okay, so last week we discussed what that little marking is. Let me get another piece of paper. Hold on. Wait 1 sec, I'm folding paper. Okay. All right, so this little marking, what we have at the end of that line, when we see that, we say Hashem. It's short for Adonai.
Right.
But if we say Baruch Atah Adonai, that's starting a blessing, and you're not supposed to start a blessing without completing a blessing over something. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, so that's why they do that, okay? Harriet,
Does somebody have a jackhammer going?
yes, somebody said there was something happening outside of their window or something. Okay,
Would it be possible to mute when we're not talking?
we can do that. So
Distracting.
it's nice now. So wherever the noise was, it's gone. At least as far as I can tell.
Because I said
Okay.
so.
So thank you. I think we're up to Janie. No, Janie just read. So we're up to Nancy. Nancy, unmute yourself, please. And it's line number 9.
Baruch. Baruch.
Right.
Ata.
Yep.
Adonai.
Yep.
Eloheinu. Melech haolam.
Wait a minute. Do the last one.
Melech haolam.
Okay, so the last word, it's ha. I want to hear that ha.
Ha. Ha. Olam.
Right, not the ha, but just ha.
Ha. Olam.
Perfect. You've got it. Any questions? Okay.
What page are we on?
So we are now on page 33. It says on the top, review and expansion. So the letters that they are reviewing on this page are the Dalet or the D sound, the Kuf or the K sound, the Tzadi, the Ts sound, and that's it. Those 3 letters are being focused on. Okay. So, Nancy read last. So, Lori, line number 2, please.
Okay. Kiddush. Yes.
Yep. I'm sorry. Yes, that's right.
Kaddish. I can't see. Is that Kaddish? I can't see the.
You were right the first time.
Yeah. Kaddish.
Kaddish. Yep.
Kodesh.
Yep.
Dodi.
Mm-hmm.
Dibur.
Yes, you got it. Very nice. Folks, please notice the first 3 words in this line. Kiddush, Kaddish, Kodesh. Notice that they all contain the same 3 letters. New piece of paper on pad. Hold on. They all contain they all contain these 3 letters. See it? The Kuf, the Dalet, the Shin. Hebrew works with roots. So basically 3 letters, these 3 letters constitute a root. And by changing the vowels and sometimes adding another letter at the end or at the beginning, you have a variation on the same theme. Now this word, this is the root word for holy, H-O-L-Y, something that's holy. So we have here Kiddush, Kiddush is the blessing over the wine because it proclaims the holiness of the day, of the Sabbath day. Kaddish is a prayer of holiness. And Kodesh, the word Kodesh actually means holy. So if you were to see it in a sentence, you would say, oh, well, whatever it is, it's talking about something holy. Okay, that's a digression. Let me see. So who just read the questions? Okay, somebody has a phone call. We're at line number 3. I forgot who just read. So, Laura, you said you just read? Okay, so Eileen, can you read line 3, please?
I will make an effort.
Okay.
Okay. Now that's a hey, the first one.
Correct.
Hadar.
Yep.
Hadar. Okay. That's one. Kiresh.
Oh, no. Okay. So the second
I got my
word.
vowels wrong.
The second
is
word.
A.
Hold on. The second word, you need to divide it into two pieces. One sec. You need to divide it into 2 pieces. You need to divide it into had, rat.
Hadrat.
Right. Everybody see that?
Okay.
All right, next.
And that's, okay. And that's, I lost my place. Okay, I'm on 3.
Line 3, third word.
A, that's the 3 is the A. My brain is just not wording today. Kadesh.
No, you were right the first time. Kodesh. The 3
Kodesh.
dots look, right, are like the at in pet.
Right. Kodesh.
Yep.
Adon.
Yep.
Adon. That's yo. No. It's
There's
an
no
ion,
yo.
so it's olam. So
right.
It's olam.
Adon olam. That's the.
Adon olam. I'm sorry, I'm just not on top of my game today.
That's okay. Adon olam at the end. That's the liturgical piece that, at least in my shul, we end Shabbat morning services with.
Yes, everybody waits for the Adon olam.
Exactly. You know, you got to get to Adon olam. So there you go. Okay.
So you can have Kiddush.
There you go. Okay, line number 4. Artist, please.
Limoda.
Almost.
Limdata.
Almost. Okay. You've got the Lee.
Limada.
Limad-ta. That's much better.
Limata. Okay.
Wait a minute. Limad-ta.
Limata. Edek.
Wait.
Yeah. Oh, Sadek.
Sedek.
Sedek. Adik.
It's the same.
Sadiq.
Sadiq. A tzaddik is a righteous person. We're skipping 5. So line 6. Gail.
Kodesh. Kiddush.
Almost.
Oh wait, Kiddush. Sorry,
yep.
Kiddush. Kadosh. Kadsho.
Yes, very nice. Okay. Oh, and then there's some more underneath.
Oh, sorry.
You have to keep going. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Kadshucha.
Yes.
Kadisha. Oh, Ki di shanu.
Right.
Ki shanu.
Ki de shanu. Yep.
Ki di shanu. Ki dash ta.
Yep.
Mekadesh.
Yes. You got it. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Line number 7, Maureen.
Kol Hashem Behadar.
Yes, nice. Thank you. Andrea, line 8.
Likrata.
Almost. There's nothing.
Leak. Rot.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Leak rot. Shabbat.
Yes, very nice. Harriet, line number 9. Please. Yep.
Mikor. Haberacha.
Yes, very nice. Thank you. Okay, we're not going to do line 10 because it's just one word. So line 11, Janie.
Carol, can I ask you to do line 10?
Sure.
Like...
Okay. Line 10 is that one single word. It's part of this overall Shalom Aleichem piece, and it's Seitechem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mitzrayim.
Yes.
How do I start that?
Okay, so that's when the little yud is pronounced like a Y.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hot.
Yep.
Mitzrayim.
Yeah. Yetziat Mitzrayim. That's it. Mitzrayim is the Hebrew word for Egypt. Yetziat Mitzrayim is the going out of Egypt. That's, we'll get there at Pesach. Nancy, 12.
Mosim.
Yeah.
Mazat.
Yep. Okay. So somebody has noise in the background. If you could mute yourself, everybody but Lori. Yeah. Lori?
Okay. What line was it? Tzedek?
13.
Tzedek. Sadik. I can't see the vowels. Is it sa or set?
Sa.
Sadikim.
Yep.
Sadaka.
Right. Tzedakah. Okay, that last word is tzedakah. It gets translated in English to charity, but it really isn't charity. It's really a righteous deed. It comes from the word tzedek, which means to be righteous. So giving charity is doing something righteous. So I think that's how it got to be charity. And the last line is Eileen. I think I did this right. Yeah. You're muted, Eileen. Yep, good.
Sidon.
Wait a minute, say that again.
Sion.
Yep.
Sion.
The first one's Sion, right. Next one.
Rayon.
Almost. What's the
Right.
second letter there?
Is Rayon.
Nope. The second letter is the tz again.
It's a Sadik. It's not
Right.
right. And I had it as the Ein. Ratzon.
Yep.
Ratzon, one dot is E.
Okay, wait a second. The third word,
Okay.
you didn't do that one exactly right.
C.
All right, the last one is,
Okay.
you got the last one correctly.
Ratzi
Nuh-uh.
is the third,
Riff-
and then
No, stop.
say.
Stop.
Ratz,
Wait a minute. Eileen, stop. The third word is ritze.
Ritze. Oh, that was massacred.
And then now the last one.
And then Tsitsi, and that's Tsitsiche.
No,
No. I'm just blanking on the letter.
that's the t sound.
Tzitzit, like in the talus.
Yeah, the tzitzit. That's how you write that word.
Yes.
Tzitzit.
Yeah, it's just, my brain isn't working anymore.
Okay. I think this is a good place to stop. I don't know about anybody else.
Yep.
I think we're
Perfect, yeah.
Yes.
It's
Good
almost 2:30, so it's a good place to stop. We will meet again in 2 weeks, which is today's the 5th. So 5 and 4 will be the 19th of December. So I hope
18th, last day of Hanukkah?
it's the 18th. Okay, so I could be off by a day. As far as now that I'm not working, I have no idea what the date is ever. And it will be, I think, the last day of Hanukkah.
I think so.
Yeah. So just to review, practice what we've gone through. We're up to now. We've gone through page 33. Please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me. You can email me. You can do whatever you want, however you'd like. If you need some assistance or want to set up a review section or anything like that, I'm available. And I'm sorry.
Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome, of course. And I
Yes.
want to wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom to you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
And a happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
You too.
And
Thank
stay safe. There's a lot going on out there. Please stay
You bet.
safe.
Yes, everybody should stay safe.
Miss Nancy?
Yes,
Carol,
that's sweet.
Yeah.
according to my calendar, we have one more session. Is that correct?
And
I believe
for this year, I think it's continuing in January.
Oh, is
Yes.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. I think you're right that we have one more session. It's not clear to me how fast one is supposed to go through this text. Way back when, after one of our lessons, somebody said, you're going too fast. And so, hopefully we've slowed down a bit. The other piece of this is that I really think that if we were all together in person in a room, it would be a whole different experience, obviously, and we might be able to go more quickly. But, we can't. So I will talk to Julia and Ellen and just make sure that everybody's on board that we need more than just most likely more than just the month of January.
okay. Just wanted to clarify that.
There were
Yeah,
two.
I'm glad you did.
But there were two beginner classes going on at the same time.
Correct. I don't
So,
know where the other class
I
is.
actually, if you go onto Women's League site, you can get both of them.
Yeah.
When I went on yesterday, by mistake, I looked at theirs. They're a little behind us. At least as of last 2 weeks ago, they were behind us. And the teacher has said, I did hear her say to them something about she already asked for an extension. So it is going longer. At least I think I did. Don't hold me to that, but you might want to double check.
Well, thank you for that's good information to have, and I will ask for the extra time. So
Yeah.
thank you for pointing that out.
Great.
So Harry,
What happens? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you.
I saw Harriet first, and then Lori. Harriet.
So if our next session is the last day of Hanukkah, does that mean we have to give you the gift of knowing it all?
That's a good question. You have to know you have to know all that we've done. Lori.
What happens after January then?
I have no idea at this point.
That's fair.
I'm not clear. Look, we will continue until we master all of this. You know, that's my position, so we'll find out.
Great. Thank you.
Could you send out how to get on the site for the reviews? Because I don't think I have that.
The Women's League site?
Yeah.
I just go on YouTube and Google it and I get the video.
You can, yeah, because everything's on YouTube. But if you want to go on the Women's League site, you need and if you don't have your password, ask Razel.
Yeah.
Razel is the Nona. She's wonderful. Just call Razel.
She really is. If you want to do it through the Women's League site and you go on, you need to sign into your account. And if you need your password or whatever, you just reach out to Razel.
All right.
Thank you so much, Carol.